You're on.
So good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming and listening to this training. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Chris Koszewski, and I'm a paramedic. I've been a paramedic for several years. I have a lot of experience taking blood pressures throughout my career, and I hope to impart some of my knowledge on you today. Some facts that you may or may not know is that 1 in 3 people actually has high blood pressure, and a lot of them really just don't even know that they have it. That really is approximately about 68 million people just in the United States. So it's often called the silent killer because high blood pressure has no symptoms, but it is a risk factor for many diseases like cardiac disease, kidney disease, stroke, things of that nature. So it's really important that people have a good understanding of how to take a blood pressure and do some self-monitoring at home. Because you may see your primary care physician once a year, but that may not be enough. Throughout the rest of the year, you may have changes in your blood pressure. It's really important for you to know what's going on with yourself. So in terms of some of the benefits to self-monitoring your blood pressure, first of all, is easy diagnosis or early diagnosis. So when you are taking your blood pressure on a routine basis, you're able to trend and see what's going on with your blood pressure. You can also see and track the effects of medications that you're taking at home or any kind of lifestyle changes that you may have imparted into your own lifestyle. So for example, if you have started dieting or an exercise program, or you are taking antihypertensive medications, by continually checking your blood pressure, you'll be able to tell whether or not you have made any kind of changes to your blood pressure. The third benefit to taking your blood pressure is just peace of mind. Knowing that what your blood pressure is at any one time is very helpful for you to understand what's going on later on, and it will enable you to discuss those findings with your physician at a later date. It also cuts costs. So the costs that are associated with you going to your physician's office on a routine basis, and it also saves time. By you doing this at home, it is very helpful for you to save time and have that available time to do other things that might be beneficial to your lifestyle. It can also alert you to differences between the readings that you take at home and those that are found at your doctor's office. So for example, if you're rushing to get to the doctor's office to have your blood pressure taken, or you're running up the stairs, or you might be anxious about that physician's office, it might be good for you to be trending your blood pressure at home as opposed to what you might find at the doctor's office when they take your blood pressure. And the final benefit is that it's really easy and it's very cheap and cost effective to do this at home. So let's dive right into the technique of taking a blood pressure. There are 2 types of devices that are out there. There's a manual version and there's also a digital version. So the manual version comes with a blood pressure cuff, and these cuffs do come in different sizes, and it is very important for you to be able to use the right size cuff for your arm. It also has an attachmanometer that has a dial from 0 to 300 millimeters of mercury, and that's how you measure your blood pressure, by releasing that valve. And then there's also a stethoscope. The disadvantage to this type of blood pressure monitoring is that it takes 2 people. So 1 person to take your blood pressure and 1 person to be having the blood pressure taken on. So that's that situation. The other situation is a digital version, and there are many different types that are out on the market. This one happens just to come from Walmart, and it's just a very basic one. One of the most important things to know about your device is how to work it and what the features are of it. So in this one, this can take both batteries. It also has an AC adapter, so you have some variety in how you can use this particular machine. You only need 1 person to be able to take a blood pressure here. You don't need to have 2 people. This also has a memory bank in it, so if you are trending your blood pressures, you can actually go back and see what your blood pressure is. And like I said earlier, the biggest advantage is that it only takes 1 person to do this. So we're going to go ahead and just demonstrate how to do this. You need to read the directions first, very, very important. And as I said earlier, you need to know what size blood pressure cuff you're going to be using. So in this particular situation, this is a cuff that's right size for me. And at this point, I'm just going to cinch it onto my arm. And I'm going to sit down because the directions say to stay seated in a comfortable position for about 15 minutes at rest before you do take your blood pressure. And all I'm really going to do is press the on button here. And then I'm going to choose my user because this machine allows you to follow 2 different individuals any particular time. And I'm going to hit on. I'm going to feel the blood pressure cuff expand and tighten on my arm, and within a minute I should get a nice reading. And then that will go right into the memory bank, and then later on I can share that with my physician whenever I have an appointment or whatever. So in any event, in summary, I just want to thank you all for coming here, learning about how to take a blood pressure. I hope you do think about purchasing a device like this or having your blood pressure taken on a more routine basis than once a year. And if you have any questions, please feel free to come up and talk with me and ask anything that you would like. Thank you again.
Wow.